What's up, everybody? It's your man's AJ the Great, dropping another edition of All Sports Media TV. But first, I want to say, I hope and pray everything is great your way. Now, let's get to this. It's fight week, people! It's fight week. That fight being between Gervonta Tank Davis and King Ryan Garcia. Gervonta Tank Davis is 28 wins, no losses, no draws, 26 big wins by way of knockout. Ryan Garcia is 23 wins, no losses, no draws, 19 wins coming by way of knockout. This is going to be fireworks, people. The excitement is built up. I'm ready. Everybody's just itching and antsy and can't wait to see this fight. You know, I watched the podcast earlier this week with Mike Tyson. He's still riding with Gervonta Tank Davis. A lot of people are still riding with Gervonta Tank Davis. This just to show you what the hype and how hyped this fight is. Of course, it's in Las Vegas, T-Mobile Arena. Mike Tyson was talking, and he was like, the tickets for ringside are upwards of $20,000, and they're getting pricier by the day. Man, this is crazy. But let's get into this, man. Well, first we want to get into this. It was something interesting that came up. Oscar De La Hoya said in an interview that he was or didn't like the fact that Ryan Garcia pulled out of his January 28th, kind of so said tune-up bout with Marcito Gesta. He said he didn't like that. He wanted him to stay active because it could be a possible bad idea taking this fight. But he did, at the Grand Arrivals, pick Ryan Garcia to get a knockout in this fight. You know, I know B-Hop, Bernard Hopkins is riding with Ryan Garcia. So let's get into this, you guys, because I want you guys to understand that I really see this fight going two ways. All right, let's go. So we know Gervonta Tank Davis, what type of boxer he is. He has a high ring IQ, a lot of power, very skilled. He can fight on the back foot. He's pretty much almost the total, what you would call the total package in a small package. Now, you watch a lot of his fights. Early on in his fights, he'll lose a few rounds. Maybe he'll lose more than a few rounds. He'll lose a couple of rounds. You know, you go back and watch the fight with he had with Mario Elasteca Barrios. You can see Floyd Mayweather coming up to the side of the ring, tell him, "Hey man, I'm keeping it real with you. You're down on the cards on one of the unofficial cards. You're down on the cards." And he eventually got the knockout, that was a part of him losing those early rounds. Now, let's look at Ryan Garcia. You know, he's got fast hands. With him, it's not just one. It's not one knockout power, but it's speed equals the power. He has good footwork. You know, sometimes he fights with his chin in the air sometimes, so he can be chinnier, what some people call it. But both these guys get touched up a lot. Now, in my opinion, this is my opinion, and this is what I believe can happen. I believe Gervonta Tank Davis wins this fight via knockout, but he's going to have to work for that knockout. I believe he wins by 11th round knockout. Reason I say 11th round knockout is because of this. I believe coming out early, they're going to fill each other out. You know how that goes. Big fights, all that type of stuff. But I think Gervonta Tank Davis will lose a bunch of the early rounds. You know, anywhere from, I won't say he'll lose all the early rounds, but 1 through 6, he may lose, you know, 2 or 3 or 4. You never know with him. But with Ryan Garcia's speed, that could play a big factor. But I believe he's going to catch Ryan Garcia somewhere around the 3rd or 4th round, maybe even the 5th round. And that will put Ryan Garcia a little bit more hesitant to come in charging, using his speed, a little bit probably on the back foot a little bit more, which will lead up to the 11th round KO after Tank breaks him down I believe he may break him down using body shots, a combination of body shots, get him in the position to where he can throw some uppercuts, and that hook can come over the top, right or left. Now, the other way this can go, people, is Ryan Garcia winning this on the cards via split decision. Gotta make sure y'all hear me for this. Via split decision. Ryan Garcia throws a lot of punches, and he's fast. He has decent power. I don't believe he will knock Tank out, but I do believe he can win this on points. Now, if he's able to stay away from Gervonta Davis's power and not get caught overextending, punching with his eyes closed, chin in the air, getting his balance messed up, moving backwards, I believe he could possibly win a split decision. A lot of people are looking at this as the modern era version of Floyd Mayweather, Oscar De La Hoya, but these two guys both being in their prime. One's 28 years old, the other's 24 years old. I just think that this will, if Ryan Garcia wins this ultimately, like a lot of people know, this is his, coming out party and rise to the top. Although no title is on the line, this could be that moment for Ryan Garcia to be almost near being the face of boxing, at least from the division down to 140, 140 and down. So that being said, those are my predictions. Gervonta Davis by 11th round knockout, Ryan Garcia via split decision, and it'll be a close one. You might even have one judge could possibly say, hey, it's a draw, and two be in his favor. You never know. I'm just saying. But that's what I think is going to happen. So why don't you guys drop in those comments? Let me know who you think's going to win. Tell me if you think I'm wrong. Either way, tell me why you think they're going to win. I appreciate all those comments. Like, shares, follows. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys. Peace.